Hey, y'all. It's Summer Christiana, and welcome back to another episode of More Than a Creator. Today, I have New Breed Not on the hot seat with me. Go ahead, let them know what you do now.
What's up? I'm here with Summer. It's Mr. NBA itself, Miss New Breed. Glad to be here, man.
All right, cool. I'm glad to have you. So now, what do you do?
What do I not do?
Because I don't know where I want to start. Do I want to start with the entrepreneurship? Do I want to start with the music? Do I want to start with the events?
So I really like a chameleon, honestly. But just to say, musician, entrepreneur. I own my own company. DJ, produce, do whatever. I do a whole lot with them.
Okay, cool. So what came first?
The music came first. Definitely came first. So I've been writing music and stuff for a long time, probably since I started like 13, but started taking it serious maybe about 6-7 years ago. And then just wanted to constantly reinvent myself and venture off into new different things and kind of keep going from there.
So what was your first start with music? I know a lot of people be like, well, my grandma had me up in the church singing.
A lot of the same.
Was you playing the drums?
Nah, I was definitely singing in the church for sure. But during that time, it was more so like I was playing sports and stuff, so that music was kind of in the background. But like it wasn't until I got to college to where I put the ball down. I was like, I'm gonna do my music full time. And then kind of like we discussed off camera, started opening up for some major acts back in 2016. Opened up for Loaf, Lil Uzi Vert, Clark, Migos, and kind of got my start from there on the independent scene, kind of working.
So who was the first celebrity that you opened up for?
Loaf at your school.
Okay,
at
Kennesaw State. Had to shout out Kennesaw.
Yeah, Kennesaw.
Now, what was your emotions with that?
Nervous as hell. I'm sorry, nervous, just nervous. Nervous, yeah, cause okay, yeah. Nervous as hell, man. And then the fact I actually got a chance to kind of meet her briefly before, in the exchange. So it was just like okay, and it was just like y'all student body, so it was in the gym and stuff like that. So it was really fun, but yeah, I was nervous, real nervous.
So like getting ready for it and talking to Loaf, how did that conversation go? Because I know you can catch her vibe.
Real sweet, soft voice, that type of thing. And it was like real quick, like backstage. So real quick interaction, but real cool. She real cool.
Cool. And when you went out there to perform, was the crowd hyped?
Crowd was hyped. The crowd was hyped. So the cool thing was I had a record playing, my record that I was pushing back then. You guys was playing on like Al Radio. So the student fan base like out there, they was familiar with the music. So yeah, by the time I came out there, I had my little dancers with me, and it was going crazy. So yeah, it was real fun.
Awesome.
Yep.
So what's your genre of music?
So I would say like hip hop, R&B. I don't know. I rap and sing a little bit, so it's kind of different in between. Yeah.
And what's your how you sit down to write your stuff?
Everything. I just catch a vibe, like inspiration, different things, however I wake up, or different past experiences, things that, I like to dive into and kind of write from there.
What's the most recent thing that you worked on as far as music?
Music, I put out a project at the top of last year, but I've been dropping singles this year. The last project was called Love Me Before They All Do. So yeah, what was really cool, so with that, I be claiming stuff, so like I feel like I'm like, well, are we during COVID or after COVID? A lot of event spaces were still out, so we rented out the movie theater at AMC, and I sold out the AMC for like my album release for the party. So there's a lot of people that came out. Yeah, so we did that, and then I just been dropping singles. Dropped the recent single "Watch How I Do It." It's doing pretty well on all the streaming and stuff like that. So yeah.
How did it go bringing people out during COVID?
It was good and bad. Some people was like, they want to make sure everything is safe distance. So like the AMC, they got the recliner chairs, so everybody was sitting like maybe like one chair in between, like it was spaced out like that. So yeah, so it was pretty cool though. It was really dope.
Was it a little nerve-wracking to think if people was gonna come out or not?
Yeah, because I knew I had the support behind me, but the thing was just keeping people, I guess, entertained long enough when you're showcasing new music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have 12 songs on the project, so it's just like from 1 through 12, keeping everybody engaged throughout that whole night was really, really cool.
What was the setup of the night? So I know we at the movie theater.
Right.
Are we just sitting there listening
to
music?
You really sitting there. So like we come in, I got my boy Tyree, he's DJing, and we got the speakers, and so literally like you can get drinks, get popcorn,
Oh, okay.
and you really watching me perform.
New breed now. New breed now. Yeah. New breed now. Yeah. New breed now. Yeah. 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 Let's go.
Really watching you, sitting back in your recliner chair and watching me. So I'm like,
On the screen?
no,
Oh,
like
okay,
in the actual, not on the screen. Now that would be dope.
Oh, okay.
So that's actually one of my ideas. I want to come back and do like a music video release to where I bring people back and we can just watch all my music videos at the theater.
Right.
And watch that'd be really dope. So yeah.
Okay, now what's your whole take on rappers being a rapper being the most dangerous right now? Due to the death of, we had several,
we got
too many. We got PNB Rockers most recent,
Right.
Key, we got Dolph, a whole bunch of people that died as being a rapper.
Yeah.
Not only to gun violence, but other things.
Other things as well,
So
yeah.
what are your thoughts on that?
So I've been saying that, and
Right.
rest in peace to all those people that you just mentioned. And like the biggest thing is just like, I always try to figure out like, what is the reason behind majority of these deaths and what's
Right.
going on? Because I personally don't like the saying of like being a rapper is dangerous, because I feel like a lot of it may come from like your environment or where you may come up or the type of things that you may be involved in, and then just different situations. You know, I feel like it's a lot of artists out there, you know, like the Tyler the Creators or Chance the Rappers or Kanye, like, you know, I don't think they wake up, you know, with that type of vibe, or, you know, type of like, okay, or I gotta watch over my back, just depending on the type of situation. Unfortunately, I feel like with those artists that have lost, like, their environmental situations, I feel like a lot of it has to do with that, you know. 'Cause I mean, it's gospel rappers, it's a lot of different rappers, so it's just like, you know, when I see the narrative now, like, just being a rapper, I'm like, man, should I stop? Like, what should I stop? You know what I'm saying? Like, but at the same time, it makes me like be on my toes more about, like, you know, posting your locations and, you know, always watching what you're doing. Like, I do that now, you know what I'm saying? So you just never know. But it's really sad to see that, like, hip hop is like the most targeted, because I'm like, you don't see country artists getting killed, you don't see gospel artists getting killed, or it's rap, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
One thing that happened in particular that made me watch out for posting my location and stuff was when Kim Kardashian, she had got robbed while she was out. Yeah. So I think definitely making sure you pay attention to what's around you, even at the level, you know, you ain't super big yet, you know. But I mean, even having to watch out for that stuff now, so later on you don't have to worry about it too much. So yeah, I think that's definitely important. I wouldn't say just rappers necessarily, but wealthy people.
Well, with a platform. If you got some type of influence, or you have a platform, and, you know, just as much as people want to see you be successful, the other end, there's jealousy and hatred out there. People want to take away from what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? So that's really important. So.
Now let's get into this clothing line.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Where did this start? So wait, hold on. Let's pump the brakes.
Pump the brakes.
So we did music. Is the clothing line next, or when did DJing fall into that? We're
gonna okay. So
build me a timeline.
Yeah, I gotta build a timeline. I gotta build a timeline. So music is forever. Like, music's always there. So, like, you know, as an entrepreneur, full-time entrepreneur, put that out. So as a full-time entrepreneur, one thing that I learned, that you're constantly always reinventing yourself. And, like, all the entrepreneurs that I study, that I look up to, that's what they talk about. You know, they reinvent themselves every 3 to 5 years, whether it's something that attaches to their brand that maximizes what they already got going on. So with me, I got a good following with the music. People like the music when I go out perform at different shows. Kids, people, they know the words, sing it word for word. So I'm like, okay, well, being an artist, one of the dopest things you can do is come out with merch. You know what I'm saying? So 2018, shout out my boy Stefan. He was a part of the first official rollout 4 years ago for my clothing line. So I just came out with like NBN. I had my NBN hoodies, like this logo right here, NBN, New Breed 9. So I had NBN hoodies. Oh yeah, these are the joggers, some joggers. So yeah, NBN hoodies, T-shirts, all the best stuff. But I always just had my NBN stuff on it for like. So it's grown so much now to where like I got graphic tees. I wish I would have worn one, but I got graphic T-shirts and different designs and stuff like that. But it's all New Breed 9 apparel. Mm-hmm. So I've gotten a chance to have it modeled in a couple fashion runways. Had models run just last year. I did a fashion show in Iowa with my stuff out there. So and I performed. So that was the dopest thing. Getting to perform while the models are wearing your stuff is really cool.
Give
so,
it Kanye
and
vibe.
give it a Kanye vibe. So yeah, so that's what I've been tapping into more with the apparel is like creating like different graphics and that type of thing as well to keep pushing it in different directions.
Now, what makes your apparel different than any other clothing line?
I think just the authenticity of like the brand itself, like just me. You know what I'm saying? Like you got of course you got a lot of different clothing brands, but I just feel like when you put NBN on, you just I don't know, you feel. You know what I'm saying? You feel it. that guy,
girl,
you know what I'm saying? That guy, that girl, yeah, when you throw it on, yeah, man.
And what does it mean to be NBN?
So, I mean, that's a good question. Just to be you, be true to yourself. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, and that's the biggest thing the message that I push is just like, being yourself can take you far. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, be anybody else. You can be you. It can put you in a lot of different rooms and a lot of different positions and a lot of different situations that can help elevate what you're trying to do. So, yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into these events that
All right.
you had going on. So right here you got Rolling Loud Miami.
Yeah.
The back to school party in Macon.
Yeah.
You already talked to us about your listening party at the movie theater. What else you got going on?
So, and then recently we did the most thing that I'm really proud about recently that we did was the entrepreneurship extravaganza that I put together. So basically it was a event where I was able to connect upcoming entrepreneurs with people that are already seasoned in the game as entrepreneurs. And so what we did was we was able to have people pitch their businesses and ideas to the seasoned entrepreneurs for them to even like collaborate with them, give them advice, business coaching. So it was really well, and it ended up being a winner, and she got like a lot of different prizes and stuff like that. So we're gonna be doing it again soon, but I want to do it bigger and better.
Yeah.
Definitely. But Rolling Loud, I got invited down there. I didn't perform down there. Got invited down there. So and was a part of all the events, like the after parties and stuff like that, just to be around in the scenery for Miami. And then the Amici thing, the back to school bash, that was for Mercer University. So I got a chance to go down there, DJ'd, hosted this big event for the Mercer kids, and it was really cool. They put up like banners around the city of Macon, had my logos and stuff all on them, so it was really cool.
Cool. How was Rolling Loud Miami?
That whole weekend was crazy.
Uh-oh.
That weekend was crazy.
Uh-oh, you just had a memory.
Yeah.
I seen it. What was the memory?
Oh, man.
I blacked out.
Nah, man, I don't want to say
that. What happened?
Man, so, what did happen? Hey, man, listen. Man, Rolling Loud was a great time, man.
Are you gonna leave it at that? We gonna back to school
I'm trying to
event?
figure out what else. Let's see. What else happened down there? It was
Okay.
so much that happened. Literally, like, that weekend was crazy. Like, legit crazy. I got stopped. I don't know. I got a video. I got stopped by, like, some reporters down there. And they, like, you know what I'm saying? They was like, yo, what's up? Can we get a picture? Da, da, da. So that was really cool. Walking on Ocean Drive. So that was really cool. And then just eating and vibing. I performed in Fort Lauderdale at one of the little after party spots. So it was really cool. It was a lot that happened. Yeah, it was dope.
Did you notice difference from the Georgia crowd to the Florida crowd?
Yeah. I guess they're more inclined, like, I guess, like, with what you say word-wise than more so than the production, too.
Okay,
you know, so it's lyrically, yeah. So they was really in on that, and that was really cool. And the DJs, they showed mad love, like, while I was there the whole time. So, yeah.
Do you write all your own?
Yeah, I write all my own music, so yeah. But I'm down to collab with people. Like, I want to start doing that more, opening myself up more. And,
How you feel about ghostwriters?
I'm cool with it. I know it's like a thing on like rappers, but I'm like, if you singing and stuff like that and different ideas, I'm cool with collabing. Yeah, so I'm cool with it.
So the rappers that are more so for show, like they're performers more so, and have people that write their music, do you have less of a respect for them? Because I know at one point
Give me an example.
in the music caliber, like folks was going like Nicki Minaj, she write her stuff, but Cardi B,
she got people that write
for her.
Yeah.
Or Drake, he got people that write for him sometimes too. So do you lose a little bit of respect for people that don't write their stuff completely, or what?
Nah, because I think it's like a difference between so you have the entertainer and then you have the writer. And some people can just write, and then some people can entertain. That's the Cardi B's, you know what I'm saying? So it go hand in hand. So it's just like, and being in sessions where like when people be like, oh, I wrote this, it's really, a lot of the times it's a collaborative effort. There are some times where there's reference tracks sent in.
Right.
And then, they may hear the whole reference of the song, and then they go in and kind of go on top of that and pick and choose what they want to do with that. So people call that ghostwriting. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, I'm like, I can't lose respect because they still perform that record, you know what I'm saying, to make it what it is. So, yeah.
Now, what I love in some like raps and stuff is when they take it back and throw in like some 90s music, you know what I mean, and sample a little
Samples,
bit of
yeah.
stuff. Do you have any music where you sample?
I got like some voices, but like with being an independent artist, it's harder to get clearances on stuff like that as opposed to being signed to a major. So I would love to, like, I like the Break My Soul sample that Beyonce recently used, like listening to that. So like there are a lot of different samples that I would like to take from eventually, So, yeah.
Where do you see your music going? Well, not even just your music.
Just music, the
so
brand in
going
general.
on.
I talk about the inspection stuff. So,
Yeah.
I mean, just continuously growing. The Spotify numbers and everything is doing pretty well. Even with the clothing line, like people have bought clothes like in other countries. I've shipped outside of the U.S. and stuff like that. So, just constantly growing. That's just the biggest thing. And doing it, like I be having to give myself sometimes like little pats on the back because I be remembering like I'm an indie artist, so it's like, you know what I'm saying, if I'm making different strides in what I'm doing right now, like it's cool,
Good.
So yeah.
And what advice do you have for someone that wants to become an entrepreneur?
All right, don't quit your job.
Uh-oh.
All right, listen.
We gotta talk about
we
that
gotta
too,
talk about.
'cause you did your rap 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I did. Oh yeah, we gotta talk. Yeah. So my biggest thing, don't quit your job until the side hustle or whatever you're doing can supplement that income at least like times 2. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got a real responsibility, like you paying rent, all that stuff, like kids and all that stuff, But if you got a good situation where you can focus on just your dream and what you want to do, then by all means. But that would be the biggest thing, because I kind of like jumped out there and was like, all right, man, fuck it. Like, I'm finna just go. But luckily, things have kind of, they're doing pretty well.
Up,
They picked up and doing pretty well for myself. So,
do you feel like with you jumping off the ledge and just let's go, do you feel like that made you hustle harder?
Definitely, because like, I was like, okay, I went, go get a car. I'm like, go do this, go add this to your credit, go do this. It's like, okay, well, if I don't go harder, I got to be able to pay for this stuff some type of way, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I'm not finna just go obtain these things and not try to, so yeah, it definitely make me go harder.
Okay, cool. What advice do you have for someone looking for business funding?
Business funding. So that's a good question. So there are things like micro lenders, angel investors that you can look into. Me personally, I haven't gotten my home inspection business funded for business.
Right.
But like if you're looking to open up, like let's just say like a retail shop or a boutique or something like that where you need that funding for the business space or that type of thing, definitely like look to angel investors, micro lenders, hard money lenders. There's different types of people out there that you can pitch your business to, and then they take it and then present it to somebody to then, try to get you funding. Because a lot of it too, it's not even, you're trying to build business credit and all that type of thing. So they may look at your personal credit and that type of thing as well. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Now, where can we reach you at on social media?
At New Breed Nye, everything, NEWBREDNYE, newbreednye.com. My website been up for a minute. Shout out Stephon on there again.
No beard.
No beard, Stephon. So yeah, Twitter New Breed Nye, Facebook New Breed Nye, everything New Breed Nye.
Okay, and sound. You said you shouted out. No, Spotify.
Spotify
Yeah.
and Apple Music, all New Breed Nye. So you'll hear all my latest releases. And yeah, follow my inspection page. I have the top. You was talking about this earlier. One of the top inspection companies on the south side of it. No, not number two, number one. New Breed Home Inspections. It's been a year. We've serviced a little over 100 houses now. It's inspected over 100 houses. So within my first year of the company, so it's doing really, really well.
So how are we going from music to events to home inspection? Where did that tie in?
All right, so I gotta give kudos to my cousin, Dawn Drennan, and she really sat me down because like, okay, you make money within this field, right?
Yeah.
How else can you increase your brand and attach it, but make it be something else? Because I'm like, a lot of the people that we look at, even the people that we may idolize, it's more so like in real estate, stocks, or something in that lane. Like they make money, but a lot of times people make more money in their different business investments than what they're known for. So she sat me down, we had that conversation. She was like, cuz you're doing good in this, but you need to find a way to brand it and brand yourself outside of just your music. And I was just like, okay, so what? What do I do? Tell me, what do I do? What's next then? I was like, I don't want to be a real estate agent. She was like, you should do home inspections. I was like, home inspections? I was like, is it going to take up too much time? Because I'm like, I'm ripping and running with what I'm doing. So I was like, home inspections? I didn't even know that was like a part of the home buying process, that appraisals and all that type of stuff. So I did my research, started the school, went online, found the school and all that type of stuff to get into it. And then here we are. I was just like, okay, I actually like it. I can fit it in. If I can't do it, I'll send one of my inspector friends out to go do a property and, make money that way. And so it's been circulating. It's doing really well, really well.
What's your passion?
That's a good question. I feel like it changes every time I kind of like get to a different level of what I feel like I complete a check mark. So it always changes. So I think the biggest thing for me is just always staying self-motivated and self-driven to always want to try different things and kind of maneuver in that type of thing. But ultimately still helping people. I love to help people. I get my shirt off my back. And yeah, just staying true to myself, I feel like, yeah.
And then what's your ultimate goal?
So when I look up, when it's all said and done,
yeah,
man, be the next billionaire.
let's go.
Be one of the things Hov talked about. Y'all go check out the verse of God did. But yeah. But yeah, when it's all said and done, probably sitting back, multiple businesses, multiple streams of income, continues my music whether it's just writing for the next artist coming up and that type of thing and producing, but always keeping my hand, in the mix. So yeah.
All right, y'all. That is a wrap up of the show. I hate to see y'all go, but at least we got to learn some more about New Breed Nye. Y'all make sure y'all follow him on social media at
New Breed Nye.
On everything, okay? Stream his music. What song you want him to stream the most?
Watch How I Do It. Go get that. Watch How I Do It right now.
Okay. Any final words before I let you go?
Final words. Keep grinding. Stay motivated. And stay prayed up, man.
All right. Tune in. Stay tuned. Make sure you check out all the other episodes of More Than a Creator. Summer's only one season, but stick with me where it's summer year round. I'll see y'all for the next video.